Hi folks, welcome to Coles Vaping Reviews once again. Welcome to the video. Review time again. This time it's for a mechanical device, and this is it. It is the Penny Mod clone, and this is a 22mm copper 18650 device. It just takes the one battery size, which is 18650. This was sent on to me by elegantvapor.co.uk. Phil up at the store sent it on to me. Thank you very much. When I first received this off Elegant Vapor, I had to do quite a bit of cleaning of the threads. The threads were quite dirty, and with it being copper, I had to get a little tiny wire brush on the threads, and I've used Brasso to sort of polish it up a little bit as well, because I like a more of a shiny type mod. But it does come, when it comes to you, it comes a little bit more with a brushed effect, so brush matte effect. But now it's looking shiny, and that's got a. This is sitting with a Mephisto RDA clone on top with the copper airflow ring, and I'll take a toot on it. This has got 5050 MDV 666 in there, which is from Vaping King, and it's currently rocking a 0.8 ohm coil, dual coil, in the Mephisto. But it does hit really well, this mod. Once I cleaned it up, it took me about, I probably spent half an hour to an hour cleaning the threads up and polishing it and getting it the way I wanted it. And it's the button, which is a recessed button, and it does have reverse locking ring on it, reverse threaded locking ring on it, but it says recessed, so you can sit it down flat. We'll go up for close-ups and have a look at it close up. There's a couple of little negatives on it for me personally, which I'll show you on the close-ups, but as you can see, performance is outstanding. So we'll go down for close-ups, and this one's just for you, Dale Allen. No, you can't have me cup. So we'll go down for close-ups, and we'll see you down at the table.
Right folks, here we are, close up with the Penny Mod. This is a clone manufactured from Ivogo as the manufacturer. Once again, coming out with some nice stuff. This is the box it comes in, the usual Ivogo style box with a little pull tab, and then take it out, and when you get it new you get a bit of crepe paper wrapped around it as well. I would have liked a little silica gel pack in here, because I think that's what's caused the threads and that to go manky when I first received it. And that's it. Now we'll take it out of its box, put that to one side, and just so I take autofocus off when I'm doing this, because it's better when I can just manual focus. So what we've got here, there's a copper Penny Mod clone from Ivogo, serial number there on the bottom, 0248. And the logo from the original. Nothing around the back, everything's on the front there. Now this is 192 grams in weight, so it is quite a heavy piece of mod, a heavy device. The top cap's quite chunky on it, so we'll start at the top and we'll unscrew it. Put the mod for one side for 1 second. Now it's totally flat on top, so there's no air channels there, so you've got to use an atomizer on here that's got its own independent airflow. We have very fine threading, just zoom in a bit. and that's as good as I got the threads. You can see how dark they are though. That was all the threads and that were a little bit green when I received it, and Alligator Vapor now will sort that before it gets sent out, so they'll check it all out. And it has a battery rattle pin which looks like brass to me, coated in looks like a bit of silver plating on there, but it's definitely brass underneath there. And the dowel ring insulator in there as well, and then you have contact pin which is silver plated brass. And this is another little niggle of mine, which I find this I have to use pliers to get it started. I have put Vaseline on this, but it's so tight in that dowel ring that I can't screw it with my fingers until it's nearly out. So that's another little negative for me, but it's quite a long pin. There it goes, there it is. And obviously it's long because it has to get all the way up through there. Well, this is a chunky bit of kit, this is. Now the top cap on its own is, let me just measure it off camera, it's about 12mm from top to the bottom there. So what we do is just screw that back in. We'll just leave it like that for a second. Then I'll take the button off the bottom, even. And this is a tube, and it's quite a thick tube inside. It looks quite, it looks not too thin but not too thick on the outside, but it's a bit thicker inside. The threads have been fine, even though they were a bit dirty. I have cleaned them up a bit, but the threading's fine on it. Threading's definitely okay on it. There's the moniker, which is engraved, quite deep engraving as well. And there's the serial number, 0248, a make-believe serial number. But it does polish up really well, this. I've obviously got finger marks on it again now, but I like copper polished. Some people like it when it's patinaed, but I like it polished. So yeah, not much to say about it really. It's just a tube, but the threadings are good on it, and it polishes up really nice. And the tube on its own, I'll just measure it off camera again, is 81mm on its own. Now the switch, and again let's get to focus right. There we go. Threads again a little bit dirty when I received it, but I did place this in some solution to try and get the threads, and I wire brushed it a bit as well, nice and clean. Silver plated brass contact again with a dowel ring, which is nice to see around there for your battery to sit on. And this is the action of the button. I'll take this apart. This is a magnetic switch on this, and it's got reverse locking, so you turn it clockwise for it to come out and to lock, and anti-clockwise for it to unlock. So that's locked and that's unlocked. Now this is why it's called the penny mod. It's got a 1 cent piece, or the original has a 1 cent piece in there. This is just a engraved brass copper, engraved copper switch. United States of America, 1 cent. Quite a nice job on it, to be honest. Quite a nice job. So what we'll do is I'll take the switch apart. Excuse me if I go off camera, so I can show you. 2 seconds. Just have to start it off with the pliers. So all I've done there is I've just started this off with the pliers, and then hopefully I can get it off. Not playing ball. Right. Now we unscrew this. At the moment I'm holding the bottom button up to allow me to screw it out. And that's what you've got in there. Quite a thick contact pin there, that is. Silver plated brass by the looks of it. And then that's your switch in there. Now you have to be careful with this, it's got magnets in. So there's your magnet sitting in there. I don't know if they're N45 or anything like that, I'm not sure. And then the other magnet sits in the switch there. Also the ring comes off, screws right the way off, the locking ring. Oops, that's just dropped on the floor. And then the magnet comes out. That's the magnet. So we'll place that back in. I'll pick up my ring wherever that's gone. Found it. Everything always goes wrong when you try to do videos. It's unbelievable. So we'll screw this back on. Right, reverse threaded coil. And then what I do with this is I hold the magnet with these 2 fingers here and just push it in quickly so the magnets don't flip and turn around, and then we screw the contact pin back in. When you screw this in, try to screw it in as much as you can with your fingers, and then tighten it up with your pliers. That's it. You'll feel when it goes tight, this will start turning as well with your finger, on your finger. So that's the button. It's got a nice throw on the button, very nice throw, and it's nice and smooth as well. So that's it. So I'll put it together and I'll give you an overall sizing of it. And get my SpongeBob ruler back out. In total length it is on camera about 102 millimeters in length, that is. So that's the close-ups, guys. Nothing more to say on when it's close up. We'll go back up to the top, have a vape on it again, stick a dripper on it, and rate it. I'll see you up at the top.
Right, folks, welcome back to the top. I've got it. I put a different atomizer on there at the moment. I put a magma on there, as you can see. And what you need to do is put your dripper on first, and then screw the pin up to touch your dripper or atomizer of choice, and then you screw it into the mod like so. Now with some, this has got quite a big as you can see, there's a little tiny gap there at the top because this has got a really long 510. The Magma and the Still Air do the same thing, and that's with a flat top Sony VCT5. So you do get that from time to time, but it's not a massive problem for me. But with the other, most of the other stuff, it hasn't got like 6.5 or 6 to 7 mil long 510s, then it's okay. So we'll take a toot on it. It does. Voltage drop very minimal on this, I must say that. Chucking out, I mean, obviously the vapor production is due down to the coil setup in the Magma, but you still got to get the voltage through to the 510, and this isn't losing much at all compared to other clones out there. Now this is a purchase for someone that likes their 18650 mechanicals. For me, I prefer to have different battery sizes in a mechanical, so I can choose which battery size I want to take. If I want to take it out, I might go with an 18650. But mainly my mechanicals are either an 18350 or 18500 mode. But like I said, I'll just check again. This is with the Magma on though, so fully loaded with the Magma, which is a heavy piece of heavy device, dripper. We are talking, let me switch my scales on, in grams. This thing's 252 grams with a battery and a dripper, or with the battery and the Magma. So it is quite a hefty bit of kit there. The button's fantastic on it. Just a little, as you can see, just a little press. And anyone, even if you've got arthritis in your hands or anything like that, the button's dead easy to press, really easy. So that's a plus. On the negatives, it came when out of the box. I had to do quite a bit of cleaning to it. The 510 pin is quite stiff in that dowel ring, so I have to use pliers from time to time to unscrew it and to screw it up. Because my fingers are, I can't, I've got quite a strong grip, but even that, I still was struggling to get a good hold of it. But apart from that, it is a nice looking mod. It is a nice looking mod, and this is not currently on Elegant Vapor's website. It will be as of today, at some point, but I believe it's going to be around about the £30 to £35 mark. Like I said, I've been using flat tops in this because it's not, from the use I've had of it, it's not utilising nipple tops very well at all. You get even more of a gap there, especially with the drippers I have. I have the Magma, the Still Air, the Mephisto, the Tobe, and it doesn't really use nipple tops very well at all, because you get quite a big gap between the either there or at the bottom, depending on which you screw up last. So yeah, that's the penny mod clone from Ivogo, guys. Any comments, leave it on my YouTube channel underneath the video. All my links are up on the at the top, which is Facebook, Twitter, Google+. And you can also catch me on the forum, which is AAEC, and my avatar is Richo71. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next review. Thank you.